how hard is it for you to stream and trade? Do you think more people are going to trade personal capital this year because of all this? You're going to have to really win traders over with appeal in a live account. Like, it's got to be fat bonuses and full freedom of the account. Otherwise, you just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Pull up Tuesday.
What about Tuesday?
Get in there. Show us Tuesday. Take your pants off. Show us everything.
You said what? 8 trades? It's like, yeah.
What? Dude, I have days like that. You got to grind it, bro. This is the grind. Let's get into it. This is what people want to see, bro. They want to see it.
I mean,
and then I'll pull up my Tuesday. Did I crush Tuesday? No, I think I lost money Tuesday. The 18th?
Yeah, that was your red day again.
Yeah. Red day.
Yes. NQ. Yes. NQ. Yes. NQ.
Dude, you're a swinger, bro. You're swinging them, bro. What's up, traders? Welcome back to the Day Trading Show. I'm your host, Austin Silver. I appreciate you being here. Today, I'm sitting down with Evan Dyer. We're talking about how he made over $10,000 in 30 days. We have a very special webinar coming up on March 8th. It's free. There's a link to sign up in the description to this video. We also do a lot of VWAP tutorial in today's video. So if you are new to the VWAP, struggling with the VWAP, or maybe you're looking to deep dive VWAP a little bit more, you're going to like this video. We do a lot of screen share, so make sure you can watch this. If you're driving, bookmark it, watch it later. And we want to thank our sponsors too. They make this episode happen. So big shout out to Top One, to TradeZella, and to Edgeful. You're going to hear from them during the episode. But I think that's it. A lot of value. I'm going to shut up and let you guys enjoy that. I feel like I always say that because I just want to get right into the video. I appreciate you. Make sure you're subscribed, and let's get into it. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Home team episode. We've got a very special webinar coming up March 8th. Basically, what I decided to do was after Dallas, most of you know about Dallas. Evan came with me. We did a seminar there. It was a 2-day boot camp. After that, people had so much positive feedback and so many more questions on Evan's content that I felt like this would be a great opportunity just to get it out to the masses. So what we're going to do is take some of the content that we actually shared in Dallas, which if you weren't there, you just never saw it. But we're repurposing that just to show people the tips that Evan gives on the payouts. Because in my opinion, to do what you did, bro, is a big deal, right? Like you cleared an XFA, which is in itself an accomplishment. You did it after me, but that's fine. You weren't too far after me.
Yep, a couple days.
But also the other 2 accounts that then still led to the over $10,000 payout. So you are one of the select few people, like myself and other people we've had on the podcast. We're in this small group that actually turns sim money into real money. So that's what we're going to talk about on the webinar, everybody. So there will be a link for that everywhere on my Twitter page, Instagram, all over Evan's page. It's free. It's Saturday, March 8th at 8 a.m. I'll throw it on screen right now, but if you're driving, don't look at it. We're talking about the $10,000 payout because I think to be able to take a sim account into $10,000 of real money within a month, a little bit more than a month, right, Ev? If you count the weekends.
It was Christmas in between, so I mean, I didn't trade that week. So
yes,
4 weeks of trading.
So, yeah, it just sounded better, the $10,000 in 30 days, rather than what we just said. Well, Christmas and minus this day and minus that day. You know what I'm saying? So everybody sign up. It's going to be amazing. I think we're going to try to keep it to an hour, right, Ev? Like we're doing this on a Saturday morning. I know people got shit to do. We're going to just be boom, 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 boom. There's no sales pitch. There's no fluff. We'll talk about some reviews, I'm sure, of successful guys in the group this year and everything like that. Talk about your payouts, of course, but then efficient. And if you sign up, everybody, you will get a recording. So we want to make sure you guys know that. If you're tired of wasting money and time on sim funding challenges, Top One Trader has an offer for you. They now have instant funding accounts, which means you can start trading towards a payout today with no challenge and no waiting. It's an incredible offer. As long as you follow the consistency rule, you can be eligible for a payout in your first week of trading, if you take advantage of some of the unique offers that Top One has, like their instant payout add-on. Now, if you go back to episode 147, I interview a guy named Derek. He made over $100,000 with Top One last year. He shares his experience with Top One as a firm in detail in that podcast episode. So definitely check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about what traders are saying having traded with Top One. Their customer support we know is top notch. We know that they are paying people out with no issues. So to me, them getting in the instant funded game was a no-brainer. So check it out. Thank you to Top One. Happy trading. If you're serious about taking your trading to the next level in 2025, you need to be tracking your trades the right way. Most traders don't struggle because of lack of skill. It's because they lack data-based insights on their own performance. And that's where TradeZella comes in. You're going to be able to see strengths and weaknesses, see what's working well for you, see what you're not doing well, and then you're going to be able to double down on what's actually working by identifying your most profitable setups. You're going to be able to review and detail each trade with precision, and that's going to help you identify new patterns and make more money. I've been using TradeZella for the last 3 years. Everybody that we send to them absolutely loves them. So use the code ASFX10 for 10% off your monthly, or the better deal, use the code ASFX20 to save 20% on your yearly membership. Good luck and happy trading. Every trader is searching for an edge, but edge is not found, it's built. With Edgeful, we don't trade blindly. We trade with precision, we trade with confidence, and with data. We use Edgeful every single day on ASFX TV. The reports are constantly evolving, and the stats are coming in and out of play every single week. That's why having Edgeful is a must in my daily trading tool belt. One of my favorite reports is the classic gap fill report. This report is actually what inspired the entire company. Andre, the CEO founder, he actually talks about that on a podcast episode when I had him on the show a few weeks ago. If you don't know what the gap fill is, that's okay. Edgeful actually explains that to you as well. So if you're looking for an edge and you want to stop guessing, maybe you want to actually start executing some winning trades, give Edgeful a shot. There's a link down below for you to check them out. Sign up. You won't regret it. Let's talk about, Ev, some of the thoughts after Dallas, because you and I haven't chatted on the podcast really since your first speech in front of everybody, since you finally, popped the cherry and got in front of an audience and talked about the success you've seen in the last year. So give your feedback on the event. What'd you think?
I was surprisingly very bullish on that. I mean, like, for myself, I was proud of myself of how I carried myself, how I did speak. I think people gave me positive reinforcement of saying I did a good job, and I was like, "Yeah, I thought so too." Humbly, I was like, "Yeah, I thought so too." I thought I might be nervous. I thought I might not know what to do. How do I carry a conversation for this long, or how do I not block the screen? Like all this different tiny shit that I've never experienced. But I felt like I carried my own because I was saying it to everybody there after the event that I compared it to, like, a high school or a college presentation of, like, I'd be nervous because 'cause I'm trying to remember something that I don't know. I read it last night, and I'm trying to be like, "Wait, what year was it that the war started?" Like, I gotta remember. It's almost my turn to speak. So I'm, like, nervous to speak in front of everyone because I don't wanna mess up, I don't know what I'm talking about. But with this, I was like, I'm talking about everything I know. I'm just, like, speaking from the heart. I'm not there's no script, there's nothing to remember, I can't be wrong. I'm just speaking. And it's the people that know me, they're here to speak or they're here to hear me listen. So I was like, what's there to be nervous about? You can't fuck up what you're just speaking from the heart. So it
But
was
it's
that
also what
probably
you
definitely
do all
relaxed.
day, every day. Like
Yeah,
in
so it probably
school, you
relaxed. I
weren't
was like,
all day, every day studying science class. That trading
exactly.
is
So I
what
was
you
like,
do now all
it's
day,
really,
every day.
there's no reason to be nervous when you're just speaking of things you know about. So
Yeah.
it was good. And I like the conversation. People had a lot of great questions. And it seemed like that little extra nudge of like, they see all the videos, they're in the live streams, they're in the mentorship, but just maybe being in person, seeing me actually point to this, point to that, seemed to resonate differently because things maybe just finally clicked. They've heard me say it plenty of times, but it just somehow clicked at the event for whatever reason. So I think people definitely found value in it. Of it wasn't like brand new information for some, or everything wasn't, but just small little takeaways of like, oh wow, I've heard you say that before, but like you never explained it like that. So now it really clicks with me, and I really enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, perfect, great.
Now, getting ready for the one coming up in May, thoughts? Well, first, maybe before that, what would you do differently on a staff side? Like you and I, we debriefed a little bit, but now that you've had even more time to think about it, because what was the date of the event? It was about a month ago, like about 5, 6 weeks ago now.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
it was middle of January, right? Yeah, like
yep.
15th or something, I think. Yeah. So, any thoughts on what we should do different?
Just bigger and better. More people, more speakers, more material, deeper
Well, that's
thinking.
already in the works. You already know
Yeah,
that's what's happening, so that's good. Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, this one,
yep,
the next one is a little bit more challenging. We need audio, video equipment. We need a much bigger setup, right? Because we have more people coming. I want
yeah,
to make sure we can take the back of that room, like I was showing you, so people don't have to eat lunch at their
yeah,
trading station, where we can have the whole conference room written it out. You know what I'm saying? So we got to
yeah,
sell. I mean, what, today's the 23rd. I think we have to sell 7 more tickets. So, and Riley, I was going to do this promo and I was going to start it this week of like, hey, if you buy a ticket of this last 7 or whatever to get me to my number, I'll give a free 2-night stay at the hotel. But Riley was like, don't do that yet. Hold off on that. So everybody, I kind of have to hold off on that. I think she's right. I think we're still a little too far away. It's February
there's
23rd.
plenty of
I think
time.
we can sell. Yeah, because we're at 33 people right now. So we can get to 40. I think.
Yeah, in like 2.5, 3 months, people are probably just
Yeah.
waiting and waiting, thinking about it, and then okay, fine, I'll do it before it sells out.
Or they know
They're
I'll
just
do some
relaxed
kind of
right now.
promo and they're just waiting for me to do a sale or something, bro. They're
I
like,
knew
that
it.
I
Now
know
you got
that
free
Jew,
room.
bro. The Jew's gonna make sure I'm gonna do something good. Yeah, for sure. No, okay. So now thoughts on like going into the next one. What's your prep looking like? Because now you set the standard. So now, like, how much effort are you going to put into the next presentation? What are you going to talk about? Like, is it going to be the same stuff or is it going to be just new trades? Like, what do you think you're going to do?
It'll be some of the same just to cover the bases again of remind everyone the foundation that I'm trading off of. But yeah, definitely try to go even deeper of I didn't really talk too much probably about mindset as much as I maybe could
No,
have. I mean, you were
right.
there for that. And I did speak on it, but I think it was a lot of technical, a lot of markups. And then I think I want to give my approach to the markets as well, which is also mindset. But I think just with the other speakers that we have, I'm excited to even learn from them. I'm going to be speaking about
Same.
VWAP. You'll have other speakers about VWAP. No one's right or wrong. You're just seeing how other people view it, what information they put heavily weighted on. I don't really weigh it that much, but maybe we can come to like a middle ground of using it this way, not using it that way. I'm going to add that to my trading. I don't really need to add that, whatever it is, right? I think you're just gonna find so much information it's not gonna be an overload at all. It's just gonna be like a nice compilation of everyone just seeing different sides of the market. Because I mean, even you and me, we trade slightly differently, but there's plenty of things we agree on and have in our checklist that I'm sure there's gonna be overlapping between all the speakers. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah, like that long you took Thursday or Friday. What was that?
That was dirty, filthy. You
That
probably
was
shouldn't do
different.
that. It was
Probably different for
different.
sure. Definitely different. Like you just
I
said, we
would.
do trade different. That was definitely different. All right, we'll go into some trades here, everybody. One other thing to cook on here, the continuous streams. I feel like the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, and it kind of makes me feel like we should have been doing this from the beginning. And it just flows better for guests, people coming in, coming out, good traders coming and going. And I think the cool thing is like there's other popular streams on YouTube for free. That's where we are different. Our stream is $100 a month.
Yeah.
We're focused on making people money, not entertaining people. So when people, I think the vibe has changed a little bit because people see the continuous stream and they're like, okay, this is like continuous learning. Whether I catch a trade with Austin and Evan in the first 90, or Zach and Thomas are hitting back half, and maybe Randy or someone, there's another guest popping in, some other ICT guy Zach knows. Like now it's getting like, okay, there's a lot of opportunity to make money. There's no
Yeah.
reversal challenge. There's no games, right? There's no like guests that are not profitable and getting payouts. Like it's only good traders leading the way. And I feel like that's why people are now saying like this just flows much smoother. What are your thoughts
Yeah.
on it?
And you figure most of these people are trading continuously anyways. That's like when we stopped the
Yeah.
stream, like, okay,
You lose
see you guys this
numbers.
afternoon for Zach's. It's like, so what? I'm just gonna sit here now? I'm still trading. Like now I just
That's
gotta wait
business,
for
bro. You
two.
try something, you look back on it, you're like, that's stupid. That was so
It's like
stupid.
what?
Why did
I
we
gotta
do
wait for the
that?
1 o'clock stream now? Okay. Rather than
Right.
okay, we're heading off, but I know you're
Right.
probably still trading. Zach's gonna be on here soon. Stick around for him. So I think that's why it flows because some people definitely did like the chunks of like, okay, yeah, good, because I gotta go take a break anyways, and like I gotta go to work, but I'll definitely be able to come back this afternoon and see the other stream. But I think majority is sticking around in the morning that they'd like the continuous and don't care about an afternoon one as much. Because ideally, if we could be done by noon with everyone's trading, great. We don't need to come
Great.
back in the afternoon. We're all done.
No, no,
So, that's
100%.
also a
How,
good plus of it.
for sure. How hard is it for you to stream and trade?
Tough. Tough sometimes for sure of wanting to put risk on through the unknown of taking a loss in front of a crowd. Even just the distraction of I'm trying to help the chat and answer questions or answer your question, and then the trade goes by without you, and you're like, "Oh, like 30 seconds," and that's all it took, and it's gone already, or it's moving too fast. So the distraction part of it, but also just yeah, put yourself on the in the spotlight, in the hot seat of taking a loss in front of everybody and see how that feels. The potential of a loss, right? But you gotta trade with confidence, trade what you know works best, and then sometimes it's you wanna take something that could work out because it would look cool if it wins, but it's like, "Do I need this trade, or am I just taking it to take a trade on stream?" So it's a very
Somebody
fine
was like,
line
"How
of
do you not get distracted by Austin?" That's what somebody asked the other day. They were like, Evan, how do you keep trading when Austin's always distracted you? Yeah, I'm either in a trade or I'm talking shit about somebody or something." So I think that's a fair question. You and I just have good chemistry where it just works, right? Where if I'm
yeah,
talking and you take a trade, you're like, yo, I'm in a trade. But I can see
mhm,
how sometimes when you're always meeting with new people on stream like some of these other guys do, you don't get that vibe. Like you and I we're in it together. You know what I mean? We've
Yeah.
been in it together every day for a while.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, cut someone off, like, shut up. There's a trade presenting, shut up." It's like,
Right, right,
"Oh,
right.
okay, whatever." We missed that one because we weren't even looking at the charts for 5 seconds, but that's all it took because something happened, so
Yeah.
it's a fine line, but it's also a good reminder of, like, "Okay, well, you missed that one." As cliche as it is, there's another setup, whatever. We missed that one on
Dude, I
stream, we
mean,
missed
once a
but
week we're
someone in the
missing
chat
one.
took it, that's also all
Someone
that
hits it.
matters too.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I
Because
didn't
then you're
take it,
getting
but
W's in the chat. And then
yeah,
yeah, because we're talking shit or whatever.
yeah,
But like I think that's a great point too. Like I know we talk about this on stream, but to say it in the podcast is good too. Like just how important focus is when you're trying to day trade, bro. It's like if you wait 1 or 2 minutes, you may miss it and you're done for the day. Meaning if you try to do something later in the day, you're not trading your strategy. You're just guessing on a direction. Maybe you might make some, you might lose some, but you
yeah.
missed the move. And when that happens, I think all the other mistakes then start to
Very
pour over
dangerous.
too. Yeah.
Very dangerous. Of, like,
Yeah.
you missed it, so now you're just gonna you'll settle for anything. Of, like, "Alright, well, I missed what I wanted, so now I'll just take whatever I can get." It's like, "What the hell? No."
Slow down, dude. That was good. That was a good one liner. Hold on. That was good. Say it again.
I don't even know what I said. I mean, I missed
You
what
s-
I wanted to, so now I'm just gonna settle for whatever I can get. And it's just
Oh,
true. Like,
it's
well,
true, bro.
I
It's
wanted off the
true.
VWAP bounce, but now we're just falling here, so it's not gonna pull back how I want it to, so I guess I gotta sell it down here. It's like, no, you don't have to. You can
No,
wait
just
for it to
go, right?
present how you
Keep
want
the
again
wins.
later.
Yeah, and keep the wins
Friday
from
was
the
a perfect
week.
example of that when it sank through the open. Alright, just watching it go, pulls back beautifully, and then ripped some more on Friday. There was great opportunities in the morning, the late morning, early afternoon, all those great things.
Yeah. Can you hear those dogs barking?
No.
All right, good. I was on a coaching call with Lou, and he's like, is that your dog barking? Bro, it's not my dog. My window's cracked like that much. It's the fucking neighbor's dog. It's so annoying, bro. And like
Mm.
it yaps all the time. And she's
Oh, it's
out
a
there yelling
yapper.
at it. Bro, it's a yapper. And she's out there screaming at it as if it understands English. And it's such a dumb dog. It doesn't know nothing. One
Yeah.
day, I think it killed something like a lizard. And she's out there screaming, "You murderer!"
To her
You
own
can't,
dog.
bro, you can't yell that in a neighborhood with families and kids. Like, shit's gonna hit the fan real quick. Me and
Yeah.
Riley are like, what's going on? Yeah, in the middle of the day. Middle of the day.
Jeez.
Murderer. Crazy.
Get
All
Leo
right,
in the
I wanted to go
house.
into this. Pull up Friday before we go back. Pull up Friday. Because you were just talking about Friday. So let's go into that. What he was going to show you here, everybody, is his stats for the webinar. We'll get into that. Yeah, look at that DRC. That's a nice one. 890. Let's go over these. Yeah, show them the Friday trades, buddy.
The first short.
Let me
Took
know.
this on
Oh, look
stream.
at that.
So same idea of, like, if I didn't catch this, now I'm gonna have to sell it down here maybe, right? But I don't
Hmm.
wanna sell it down here, but I missed what I wanted, so I can't just settle for what it's giving me. I mean, if you guys can see this, I'm out by there. I got filled on the volatile pin, but it's like, if you do miss this rip, it pulls back later, it gives more opportunities. But, even that, if I missed that by, like, 2 minutes, I mean, this one, I guess, consolidates for a while, right? I coulda jumped in anywhere around here, but you were watching ES, and you missed it for a second, and you didn't take it because 'cause it's gone. So it's
Yep.
like,
Yep.
going back to the distraction part of it, you can very, quickly miss a trade. This one on
Now,
ES.
looking back, yeah, looking back on that trade, do you like, because you can only take what you get in that moment. Your first entry is off that VWAP beautifully. What do you do
Mhm.
when it comes back and gives that second opportunity? Everybody's looking at this saying, I can see that second opportunity. It fills the pin to the downside that you get taken out on. It pulls back. It's clearly bearish for the day. What's your take on that second trade?
It's a small pullback. I definitely like to see those bigger ones like this one, right? It's a small pullback.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a stop loss above New York open range low in yesterday's New York VWAP, but it doesn't care what I want. It didn't want to do that full pullback on this Friday because it was just ripping lower all day. So it's definitely not bad. It's a nice break of low day VWAP. If it's going to be one of those days where we're just selling off on a Friday morning, when I think at this point there's probably like 10, 15, maybe 4 hour or 4 15-minute bars of just straight down. No buyers. So those are the days where it may not give those healthy pullbacks because there's just way too many sellers of it, just red bar after red bar after red bar on the 15-minute. So you're not going to see that normal breath, that normal pullback that we're looking for on these strong sell-off days. So you just got to be willing to sometimes miss it, but also sometimes be willing to, like, I know this isn't the greatest thing I always want to do every day, but on these strong volatile days when it's just selling off, maybe I can be willing to take these small pullback low day breaks, like Evan says, not to normally. Just be willing to put on the risk. If it does stop you out, readjust. And maybe you do get now the bigger pullback that you wanted. and you take it again.
Yep.
Because I mean,
Here's
it
my
was
take.
like, I don't know how you don't lose. I don't know how you don't make money short. Like, it was just very hard to lose on that day.
On Friday, and then Friday was the
Yep.
day I was flat because I was off the desk for my anniversary, so I missed the whole sell-off. I saw the notes of it. I mean, everybody here, I'll go back to your screen. Everybody was talking about it. Yeah, look at it just
Like, this is
bleeding here.
after that small pullback. If you miss that, it keeps going, and then the bigger pullback that we want, and then this isn't even, like,
But look
showing
at the
half the
time on
chart.
these entries.
It
That
rips.
time, you're taking a break there at 11:47 in the morning. The earlier trade was what, 9:45. So we're talking like 2 hours sometimes, everybody, where you're taking a trade, 90 minutes, where you're taking a
Yep.
trade or you're missing a trade. You give it 90 minutes, 2 hours, and hours. It's different every day, but it settles. And then look at from when it sets
Yeah.
the low a day right above my head right here, from that to when he has the entry marked. Look at how long of a base that is. It's about an hour where it hasn't moved and taken out New York VWAP. It hasn't gotten bullish. It's holding structure to the downside in an intermediate like consolidation pullback period. So what he's looking at specifically is the low of day VWAP for the entry. This is
Yep.
an entry that's taught in Futures 2.0. We have to plug the course because
Yeah.
when you're saying, oh, these are nice in hindsight, someone's going to look at this and say that.
Mm-mm.
Right. But we
No.
see this, we're
These
calling
were
this in market. Yeah.
These were
Good.
beautiful because you have a lower day view up break here. Again, it goes back to the pickiness of like that still could be seen. That's a small pullback. I'm looking for something closer to this New York VWAP up here. Like again, this is the opinion of me of is that a good enough pullback? Do I want to see it come closer to this New York VWAP to get a better retest? So that's why I'm not being hindsight. I would like this one because now that break is coming way closer to this New York than this pullback ever did, right? And what I
Great
love
point.
about this entry, I have it marked up on its own, but even the second break back below lower day view up, now you have at least a lower high into this second break. So you're starting to turn back bearish back on top because heading into that, you were potentially making like these small higher highs, right? So maybe you are rising up, but then you see it
All right.
start to fall back over with this lower high and then the break. And then look how easy it runs on the
You want
second
to guess
attempt
why I
back
like
down.
that one?
Why is that? Right in the right
It's
side of the
real.
V?
No, no, no. I don't know about none of that V. That ain't the V I'm after, bro. I think that
Idiot.
that's so funny, dude. When all those guys on Twitter are like the right side of the V, it's like, bro, I take my V in a different way. Okay. I think the 12:15 start looks like it's right on that second. Yeah, that one looks like it's
Yeah.
right as the 15-minute candle's forming. So it's like that. I love that because it tells me where I can put a really like this type of a stop on the start of it. That bar should carry. I should be in profit in 15 minutes. If I'm not, this is not a good winning trade. So it's
Yeah.
just you're
And
gonna be
I
right or
said,
wrong
if
quickly.
this structure even starts to break, even though your
I
stop
probably
loss
am
is
wrong.
up here, you could probably
Yeah, you're
also
gonna get
start
tapped.
to reassess risk.
Okay, so now in this example, before we go to the next one, could you go and justify a wider stop? I think you could. I think you could
On the
go with a
first one, yeah.
stop on the other side of the VWAP. Yeah, it should. Go,
Yep.
I probably would have gone above VWAP.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Because that's ideally where you'd want it. If because some people didn't take this because they were afraid it still wanted to come back to New York VWAP. It's like that's true. That's fine. I understand that. It's not technically right off it, and we plenty of times we do get it where it does look close, but then it does fully retest it. So it's like if you're afraid of that, put a stop loss above New York VWAP. So if it still does want to retest it, you should be able to hopefully sit through it, but also got to take in the other information of, well, what is this candle telling you now? It's telling you that
yep,
sellers are back in, aka
yep,
the pullback is over because sellers are ready to step back in. So should I still expect it to come back to New York view up if it just tried to get closely and now sellers are stepping in? No, it's telling me the pullback's over. So
yep.
I don't need to be fearing that we're going to still come back to New York view up. Does that make sense? Like without lower
Absolutely.
day breaks, yes, I might want to see us come all like on this. I wouldn't be just selling that short before the lower day because it's
No,
not telling me the pullback's over. But this is telling me the pullback is potentially over. Sellers are back in control. So can I be
right.
like, oh, it's 2 points away from New York. That's a shame. Can't take it. You
No,
could say that,
you
but I think
could, but
it's just
that's not.
I
That's
think it's
silly.
just like
I agree.
that's probably too picky
Right.
because you're just looking for perfection where it's like probabilities would say that strong sell off, nice pullback here. There's no buyers. This thing looks ready to go again. So if you lose, you lose. Get back in again. But it's telling you the
100%.
pullback's over and sellers are in. So just gotta be a little lenient with the rules sometimes. That's not even like you're breaking a rule. You just gotta be a little lenient on how picky you are. So you don't
Yeah.
miss
So
everything
how
that's
much money
great
did
and
you make
clean.
last week?
I think 2,000 on the
Pull it
week.
up. Pull it up, Jamie. Yeah. Yeah.
Above our
Tuesday,
heads.
Wednesday. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Nice. So no trades Monday, bank
Tuesday
holiday.
was a
No
battle. Made a YouTube video
battle.
about that.
8
That was
trades.
a
All right. Yeah.
major
Wait.
oh,
Let's go into that in
no.
a second. Let me
No,
show.
no, no.
Now, yeah. No, no. We're going into it. That's what people
Okay.
want to hear. Here's mine. And let me stretch this so it looks a little nicer. There we go. Same.
Ooh,
Only traded 3 days.
1.9.
Minus the yep, right under you. You fucking faggot. But look, back-to-back Tuesdays, right? That's interesting. Just
Mm,
weird, random
yeah,
circumstance. I wanted to show you Thursday. Let's do Thursday first. I had one trade, 1,100 bucks. This one. And look at the money I left on the table on that, dude. So you anchor it to the low a day.
yeah.
My thought was 10:30, again, 10:32 in the morning. This 15-minute candle should get bearish for me if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? So right as that new 15-minute bar is forming, it's aggressive, right? I'm on the wrong side of the VWAP, but I'm going to be right or wrong very quickly, right? Like if this starts going like this, I'm probably fucked, you know? So that's why the stop was just flat 10 points because I
Yeah.
knew not only was this going to be first slow, I knew this could be like first slowing. I knew this is the target, which was 22. But I had a coaching call, so I just bailed. And I could have trailed this beautifully. Like this could have been a beautiful thing. And I probably would have been out down here at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you
Yeah.
look at it like those pins to the low day view up. It's a good place to trade level to level. I don't always say anytime you take a bounce, you have to cover profits at for a short low a day VWAP. It just could be smart. Of sometimes if
Yeah.
it doesn't break through it, sellers don't take control. It bounces right back to your entry. You get nothing. So sometimes it
Yep.
is just the safe side to trade level to level. Hopefully, you can get good risk reward that trading to that lower day view up is like a good enough profit for you. But if it's not, those will probably be the ones of like, yeah, I'll look for this to break low a day because I think we want to go bearish.
So now just showing this too. Thoughts here. There's the trade, but showing how it's a perfect, almost perfect 50% retracement of the sell off.
Mm,
Sells off super hard, right? This is the theme of the call, everybody. You don't have to rush in and try to chase this. I didn't trade anything here. Look how long I waited. I waited an hour to get into the market
yep.
that day. And that happens often, right? So you really don't have to rush. Like imagine how many people tried to get short here, held in and end up bleeding. Where if I'm just short this first time, that's where you want to be. Now, chasing into here, you get stuck too low. Waiting for that pullback, you end up in the right spot.
It was definitely a good lesson to have. Same thing, watching it just sink without you. Falling knife at the open, you're just like, damn, I missed it.
Yeah.
Let it pull
Pull up
back
Tuesday.
50%, whatever percent. Oh, wow, here's another entry. I could sell it at that same price I wanted to an hour ago, but now it's not seen as like chasing the lowest price as we're making new lows. This is coming after a pullback that we're ready to then continue that
Yep.
trend that I'm identifying. So it's
Yep.
like a lot of the times, like the price that I end up taking is like what I wanted earlier. I'm getting it
Mhm.
at a better time of day because now it's
Right.
less risky of, well, pullback might come in at any moment. It's like, no, the pullback just happened. So now we're hopefully ready to go again. Train's just getting
What
started to leave.
what are you trading here? What accounts are you looking at?
Tradeify. These are all with Tradeify. 50K,
What happened
not
with the
one.
other Top Step ones? Did you torch the Top Step ones after you took the payout?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Pull
I
up
took,
Tuesday.
another one of I didn't that was the plan of it, right after the Ta Dallas event, took those 3 payouts there. I ended up taking another one from that same account that I took at the Dallas event of, again, another
Awesome.
$1,400, and then it torched because I was like, "Oh."
Torched.
I kinda thought it'd get
That's
torched
one thing we will
after
never shy
Dallas.
away from. Tell them, Evan, we burn the accounts. It's okay, everyone. You will lose accounts. The whole
You
goal
burn
is
the
just
ships.
take more profit than you spend. It's simple business. Just take more profit than you spend. If you lose accounts, it's okay if you still make money over the bigger picture. That's it.
Yeah.
If you're
It
just
wasn't
burning accounts and you suck and you're not taking payouts, that's where I would reevaluate your fucking life. Yeah.
No, 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 no. Yeah, it
Pull up
was,
Tuesday.
what about
Get
Tuesday?
in there. Show
Ay,
us
ay, ay.
Tuesday. Take your pants off. Show us everything.
I mean, it's not bad. It just doesn't look like Evan Dyer's P&L here of he said, "What? 8 trades?" It's like, yeah.
What? Dude, I have days like
Uh,
that. You got to grind it, bro. This is the grind. Let's
oh,
get into it.
yeah.
This is what people want to see, bro. They want to see
I
it.
mean,
And then
you
I'll pull up
got
my Tuesday. Did I crush Tuesday? No, I think I lost Monday Tuesday. The
yeah,
18th?
that was your
Oh,
red
yeah,
day
yeah,
again.
yeah. Yeah,
You
red
got
day, red day. All right,
ES,
first.
NQ, ES, NQ, ES, NQ.
Dude,
I was
you're a
just
swinger, bro. You're swinging them, bro.
and
Two
it also says
wives.
long, short, long.
Oh, boy. Pull them
Oh,
up. Come on.
lord.
Run us
At
through.
the open, tried the long. I like this one.
Yep,
This is a break back
yep,
above New York. That white line is the
yep,
93%. Everyone, I think, chased this midnight price at 93%, which I think was everyone's target because it's that strong, and the stats were working on this day. I double checked. And this is
yep,
the first time that buyers are stepping back in since the open. Well, let's go get that top of range. Quickly did not work out. That's all right because then another futures 2.0 trade. New low a day, same thing. Retest of the New York VWAP, break of low a day. Go make a new low. So now at this point, I'm like, yeah, long wasn't a bad trade. Played a good high probability of 93% target. But now it's just telling me lower highs and lower lows that we don't want to go get that up there. So let's just ride the trend of what I'm seeing, right? So that's about this time where I could have taken my short instead of long at this time. So that one won if you took that short. But again, I'm in the long at that time, so I missed it. But a lot of people in the stream chat took that because that is a nice clean rejection of New York and continues for a new low. But then
Yep.
thankfully I recovered and took this. So I was recovered on the day, flat on the day. Could I have called it there? Could you argue, well, if you didn't take that long, because it doesn't look like my beautiful setups, right? Mid range. I see the merit in it. I
Right.
just don't normally take
Yeah, yeah.
those. So it's like if I didn't take that and I only waited for like my in trend, then I'd just be up on the day. And that Evan Dyer is probably just gonna stop. He's not gonna have to take 6 more trades, you know what I mean?
But this guy, he's coming off the top rope with the left foot hanging off the side. You know what I'm saying?
And then we took this trade together. It seemed like you got a little earlier of like that midnight price is still on the
Yep.
table up here, and it
Yep.
still wasn't engaged with. At this time, we still hadn't taken a side of the initial balance. So it's like it's gonna break a side today. And midnight's up there at like 93. So does it want to go get that upside first? So I launched it off the New York VWAP, saying I made a video about this a while ago too. Of like even looking at these lower day VWAPs, they're breaking it, but sellers are not moving us low. It's like the fourth time that they just keep rejecting, rejecting.
Yep.
Clearly no strength. 93% target above me. Okay, okay. So I take a long. And we got good exits up here because it didn't go get that midnight or the initial bounce
Yep.
like I thought we would. So the thesis
Yep.
behind this trade didn't play out, but I still made money trading through that thesis, of like, well, my idea was that we're going to go higher because of the midnight, but it didn't play out. And then we take an NQ short bounce play, tight stop, you could say. And then so it's the same idea actually we just mentioned. Trading to the lower day VWAP, it doesn't break it. So then it comes back and now I lose, right? So if
See,
I,
like that's why I'll scalp that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, because I know it will do this often. And I could just do that 2 or 3 times and hit 2, 3 little scalps some days and then just be done.
yeah. And if I was playing
Yeah.
the lower day break just only, like I probably wouldn't have gotten in on that candle. I would have waited another minute, right? Because then the next one, sellers don't hold it. So could I have cut it there? Yes. But I was like, no, you probably want to move lower because you can't see it behind our cameras. But we broke the initial balance. So we probably don't break the upside now, too. So I'm very bearish on the day. But it's tricky because I just had a long on ES and now I'm shorting NQ. Actually, this might even be before that, honestly.
I think it
But I
was.
think it fits my plan for sure. It's still making those lower highs. Nice bounce play. Let's go make a new lower day. And it does
Yeah.
eventually
No, it's
fall.
it's
Stop
fine.
loss
I
just
think your
gets hit
stop's too
there. That's
tight.
all.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
all.
you gotta widen that thing a little bit.
Yeah. It was just the
Yeah.
previous structure. It's pretty much the same as back here too. So I probably have to
Yeah,
cover
yeah.
this one back here.
You go there,
So
you're good. Yep.
shame on me. I mean, it's a 25-point
I
stop
call
on
that,
NQ.
to be honest, I would say the lower high outside opening range low and the lower high you're trading off of are the same point of structure,
Yeah.
which is current structure. I think
Hmm.
you were a little too tight on this one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I was like, that was our hold of New York. Let's leave now.
Hmm. No,
And then
stop. Can't
that's
stop. Let's
okay,
go.
yes. So we
Nice
just
one on the
longed
left.
this. This was me and yours long, right? We got out
Yep.
here, tried
Why? What are
again.
we looking at here? 2 minute time frame now.
Yeah, yeah, just to show the bigger
Yeah.
picture of, all the
Yeah.
candles of we longed it here, made money, and then we still didn't go get that midnight. And then sellers failed on the lower day break again, so it's like, we're going up there. The sellers aren't winning this battle. Let's go get that break, please. Lost that one. And look at the end of the day. I
Oh,
mean, it did
I
actually
know,
go
dude. And
get
at
it,
the end of the day,
and then it does double break. It's like, okay,
does
so the
double break the
stats
initial
did
bounce.
not
What a
play out.
day.
I'm like,
What a fucking day, dude.
it shouldn't have double broke. It did. It should have gotten midnight at 93, and it did, but at, like, the last 10 minutes. So, like,
The
what the
last
hell?
minute of the day.
Make it harder, why don't you?
That is tough, man. That is tough.
That was the loss.
Yeah,
Did
I think
that
that
one.
was it. I'll take screen for a second. I'll show you mine. Was that yeah, that was it. So now mine looks like this, which is interesting. So it says plus 611, but I was down, as you can see, bad. But it's plus 611 because of the overnight trade here. So I took this after like Tuesday's trading session, right? I took
Mhm.
this Tuesday, you can see 20. So what is that? 8 o'clock at night with an 8 point stop above those highs from Tuesday session. That trade here ends up in Wednesday's
Yeah.
P&L, right? I don't know why TradeZella it looks like that, but that's just what happens. So Tuesday's trades look like this to get to the loss. I bought the previous day VWAP here. Delta was negative 5K, but rising. Couldn't take New York VWAP. This is where we should have been short. I agree with you right in here. Should
Yeah.
have been short, but I didn't do
Yep.
that. I added in here and then got out of the trade here, full out here because Delta negative 8K, negative 6K, negative 5K. So Delta is dropping. So I need to get out of this thing. So I finished
Yeah.
minus 122 on that. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was fine. That was fine.
That's crazy.
Then I tried to do this because then, like you said, here's me getting out of the trade. Now we're low, so then I'm short here. You can see at the very bottom, terrible
Yeah.
on this low of day VWAP break, and then I'm out full stop at 8.5. Yeah,
Yeah.
not good, not good. This
It
is
was just
where should have been long.
it was a ranging day. It turned into a ranging day. The thesis you had to go get that stat or go get this break, go continue trend here. Nothing was
Yep.
continuing, right? It was all inducement of we're gonna break out. Just kidding. We're gonna come back to the middle of the range on ES and NQ throughout the rest of the day.
Well,
So like breakouts weren't the right play. If you were chasing price, like if you're most of the time if you were getting in of like, oh, it looks bullish now, it's like, well then it's too late. Because now
right.
like that bullish pop is probably over and it's gonna come back. You need to get in before it makes its next move.
And then here on these lows, I like those as the stop, double bottom
Yes,
there.
that's
This
what
is a 1
yeah,
minute
we did
chart,
that.
10, 10:30, right? So we held that. And then this is the trade, yeah, that we took together.
Yep.
And then here I'm in long here, out here, here, and here towards top of range. I wasn't really trading the edge full stat. I don't have it on my screen like you were. I just wasn't using it. I don't know why, but I didn't. So then this was a
Mhm.
nice win on the 50K account because then I moved off the 150K because I got max loss on that second trade and
Yeah.
then made it back here. And that's why
Eesh.
been up and down on that a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. This one was nice. I
Yeah.
actually just filmed a video about this one too. Yeah. Well, I was talking about how with this type of a trade, when I do overnight stuff, I can't wake up in the middle of the night here where it says woke up Leo's. Can't do anything here. That hurts my thesis. Cause then at the end of the day, if I wake up and I'm down here, I'm like, why the fuck did I do something in the middle of the night when I'm half asleep? You just stick to the thesis. You take stop or you take the win in the morning. That's the way I've been hitting them. And I hit some of these overnight ones. It's awesome.
Yeah. You've been really good at those, and even the early pre-market ones are like 8:30 or so.
Yeah. I think I got more of those here. No, that was a nice one.
Nice
That was a
scalp.
good one. Love that. Love
Made the
that
first
trade.
break.
Yeah, that was Friday the 14th. And then this one was interesting. I got caught in that
Yep.
pin. Yeah,
That
but
one was
that
nasty.
one, see, like, but look at the stop. The stop goes at the structure. Stop goes at the high holds. There's the lower high.
That's because we
But
probably
if you
didn't
put
break the double break the initial balance, right?
nope, correct.
Yeah.
That's
That
initial
was
balance high.
that was a cheeky
Yep.
one.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, even
And then I think I got a pre-market one somewhere else in here. Not Wednesday. Was it Thursday? No, Thursday was this one. We already did that one. And then Friday was nothing. So maybe it was back here. No, that was a good one too. Off the New
yeah.
York VWAP.
Yeah, that was a nice training day as well. We took the longs later on in the day.
See, and just another example, everybody. Like, I have a couple of videos about this recently. Waiting on these scalpy ones. Like, you see the stop is only 12 points, so it's not all the way back down, like deep. Holds the VWAP for 2 minutes here. Get long,
Immediately.
accidentally fat fingered along, and then just closed here. That's not an intentional add in. I meant to get out as it was popping, and then I screwed it up and then got out as it pinned that next VWAP. So just trading VWAP to VWAP, right? Like if we're long above today's New York VWAP, which is underneath us here, right? Previous day VWAP above
Yeah.
us, be a good target for us. We're giving out a lot of good info in this one. I didn't expect this to turn into a VWAP tutorial, but yeah, here we are.
I mean, that's the setups you need to see.
That's why we're doing the webinar.
And just real quick, going back to the last trade I had on that day. If this is end of day, that's finally what got me back into the green of still hadn't broken the initial balance. So let's go get that bottom because we're awfully
Oh, look
close.
at that.
Just a small pullback and something happened that thankfully I had to take profit in here so I don't make too much because I was on the minis
Right.
and I would have
I
made
know.
like 3 grand on a 50K
And
account
then what do you have to make to get a payout? Like
or like
$20,000,
15 or
$15,000,
something.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
3K payout. Uh,
Yeah. What do you think of that? What do you think of the payout caps and stuff?
It's got good, it's pros and cons. I think it's good for
I mean,
the
it keeps the
struggling
company
trader,
solvent.
first time payout
Yeah.
trader of stop being greedy. There's no need to be
Yeah.
greedy. You're gonna get penalized
Yeah.
for being greedy because you shouldn't be hitting home runs. You should be process focused of looking for 1 R, $800 if you're risking $800. You don't need to be trying to make $200 a day, $200 a day, $200 a day. Let's try to make 1,500 today, and that could be a nice dent in the P&L. It's like that's way more than 20% of your P&L, right? So you're at 3,000. I just made a video about it on my YouTube of like you're at 3,000, but 2,000 of it was made in 1 day. That's not really showing you could trade consistently. That's kind of like you had a hammer of a day, and now how else did you get that P&L? So I think it just keeps you like, okay, I made my 500 today. I don't need to keep on trading because if I get a bigger P&L, I have to then wait longer to get my payout. And I know people are like, well, I want a bigger account to get the bigger payout. So I
Right.
think
But
for
you're
the
capped on the
struggling
payout.
trader and the new trader, it's like get your first payout
Right.
first. Stop worrying about the 20% consistency and try to hit home runs of like take your first payout and then you could complain about the rules.
Well, now it's like if you think about it, you do that correctly, you could get put into a live account with some of these prop firms, and then cool, you followed the rules, you didn't go for big swings in the account. Now you got a live account, you got more freedom. Most of them are going to give you more freedom in the live account. Do you think more people are going to trade personal capital this year because of
This
all
year,
this?
yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
did you see the weekend, bro? Michael from Top Step, the guy that runs Top Step, he was saying stuff like how they're trying to make it so that all the prop firm owners can share customer data so that people aren't hedging firm to firm. Like
Mhm.
he was openly saying that on Twitter, which is interesting because I think that would violate some of the terms and conditions of sharing customer information. I'm not sure, but that's what people
Yeah.
were saying. So some things like that where it's like, how is this going to develop as we go forward? Well, I feel like a lot of people are just going to put 5 grand, 10 grand in a personal account and go at it this year more than they would have last year because you're going to have to really win traders over with appeal in a live account. Like it's got to be fat bonuses and full freedom of the account. Otherwise, you just do it yourself.
Yeah. There is no more rules of yes, you could lose 5 grand in a day of your own capital, but if you're disciplined enough, then there is no, like, you have to stop here, you made enough here, you could just risk whatever you
No,
want, trade as long as you
correct.
want,
Correct.
pay out
Correct.
whenever you want, just take 500 bucks
Look at
out this
Mark,
week to go
bro.
buy dinner, whatever you
Mark's
want.
taking money out every week. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly, bro. Yeah, and
You could
it's
not
super
take money
appealing.
out one week and be like, "Yeah, no, don't need it
Did you
this
see
week," and then next week take a bigger one.
Brett posted that thing they're doing like credit cards, it looks like, or
Yep,
debit cards. Yeah, we were talking about that. So that's interesting too. That'd be cool. Take payouts right to it, just a separate card. Not my
yeah, that
favorite
is.
thing in the world because I like my points on my credit card, as you know, and I like to pay off my credit card every week, right? And then get my
Yeah.
free money and shit.
So
Dude,
imagine
that
being at
hotel
dinner and you just whip out your Tradeify card, just say,
your Tradeify card. I like my
"Boys, I got
black
this.
metal
My
ASFX
My
card, bro.
sim
I don't
account
want to rep
has this.
Tradeify
Don't
that
worry about
hard.
it."
Hold on. It's Brett's company. I want to rep ASFX. You got to rep Evan Dyer. We don't need to rep a prop firm that hard.
Okay, okay.
We were at that hotel. It was $950. I used points
Mhm.
to pay for it, right? Let me tell you, bro, if I would have paid cash for that, which I've paid more than that when we went to Italy, was more than that. That was amazing. It was worth it. Every fucking
Yeah.
penny I paid every time. This one, the shower head had mildew, and they called it the
Mhm.
new tower. And this is the 4-star. It's called the Vinoy. Michael Reese is there today, bro. He texted me. He's like, bro, are you in? Do you live in? I'm like, we missed by a day. So it's bro, really beautiful hotel, but it's old. And like they call it new and charge $950 to have mildew on the shower head, which I'm gonna sound real spoiled, but like it kind of was gross. The shower
For
was
yeah,
dirty. It wasn't like a beautiful shower. You know what I'm saying?
for
Yeah.
the quality that you would think you're spending for, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was like
Yeah.
yeah, we're here for like 150 bucks a night, just sleep
Oh,
in
I
the
would have been
bed
like,
and
fine.
get out of here. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. 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 Now that we could do, let's do, everybody let me know. Should we do a podcast 4-star reviews versus 5-star reviews? Because there is a big difference between 4 and 5-star in hotels and in food, I think. I've never really been a 5-star food guy, but I'm a 5-star hotel guy for sure. Because like,
I
dude, I
mean,
even pulled the robe and the slippers out of the closet. They should be
I remember you
fluffy,
did that in
bro, for
Italy,
950. Yeah, bro, for
and I
950,
was
they should
like,
be
"You look like Tony
fluffy.
Soprano walking down his driveway going to get his paper."
Let me tell you the difference between 4-star, 5-star. We go to the 4-star, there's no robe for Leo. We go to the 5-star, there's
Mm.
a fucking little kid baby robe.
Yeah?
Not just for me and Riley, for Leo, they had a robe, bro. That's the difference. Yeah, right there.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That is nice to have him dripped out.
that's,
I mean, he was
bro.
looking cool yesterday in, like, his, little Nike hoodie, walking alongside his
Oh,
dad. I was like,
dude, yeah,
"Shit, that's
we
pretty
took him
cool."
out. So we went out on the boat last week, bro. Him and like Riley got so burnt, she didn't go outside for 5 days. It was
Yeah.
crazy. He got a little burnt, but he actually starting to get color. So I'm hoping he's got my skin, bro. If he has my skin tone and he's got blue eyes and long hair, I'm gonna be a grandpa in like 10 years. You know what I'm saying, bro? We're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a big problem, dude. Already, like
Uh,
we'll be out. He's just staring at girls. When we were in Italy, these girls in skirts walk by us, bro. The motherfucker turns around, bro, like out the stroller, like he looks back and he's like, "Whoa," you know what I'm like, bro? You got to be more low key than that.
"Dad,
But he can
go
also get
back,
away with
dad.
it. I
Stop
know, bro.
walking."
It was everybody saw it. I like pointed it out too, but everybody saw it. It was so funny, bro. My kid is a savage. It's
He's gonna
crazy.
be a stud,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to get him a new outfit now that he's gonna grow out of his onesie.
Oh,
He's gonna
yeah,
need an
he
Evan
that was
Dyer
probably
outfit
I
next.
was big on him when I bought it, and now he's
You
gonna
should get
be
the ED
smaller.
logo like Louis Vuitton all over like a little fucking one of these, bro. We put him in one of these with the Evan logo all over it.
That would
That'd be
be
so fucking
I have to
funny,
get,
bro.
like, we'll aim for, like, a two-year-old size for by the time he gets it, you know? It'll be, like, one and
Yep.
a half now, right? So we'll get him sized up because 'cause we'll be beefing up, get him in
Yeah,
your
bro.
gym,
And
so
people said that to me. They're like, "Is he big?" I'm like, "No, I'm just short." Like Hopefully he keeps growing because I stopped growing at like 13, 14. I don't think I was getting taller at like 15 or 16. I think I was
Mm.
done.
I didn't
Yeah.
start growing until 16.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I was like your height freshman year of high school, maybe a little
Yeah.
taller, but
Yeah.
sophomore year I shot up to like 6 foot, and then I
What are
grew
we
a little
doing
bit.
this like on weekends? No sports now. So what do we do?
Golf, I guess. I
Bro,
can't
I
I
literally
can't
looked, it was like
physically go golf yet. I can watch
right.
it.
No, it's boring. Hockey, basketball, and baseball were all on for my Philly teams. You think I gave a fuck about watching any of that shit, bro?
Nah. I mean, the NBA,
No,
I don't like watching. It's
no.
pathetic. College basketball is a little bit
It
better,
is.
but I just don't
I,
watch
I'm
it.
gonna go to hockey. I'm just gonna go to hockey, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, March Madness will start. That's good.
Rangers suck. So,
Rangers suck. Flyers suck. But we could root for the Panthers. We like Florida. You like Florida. I like Florida. We could just do the fucking Panthers. They
I mean,
play
they
on the
won
other
it
side of
last
Florida
year.
you go to. They won it
They won
last
it
year,
last
right?
year. So is that like hopping on the bandwagon? They won the championship last year.
See, probably. But I feel like in Florida, because no one lives here, like is born here, everyone's an implant. Everyone's a bandwagoner here, so it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's like everyone just does it. You just hop on whatever you want to do. You know, I see guys in every jersey here. You know, there's not just one. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
But
Yeah,
you
I
get
mean,
a lot of go birds out here, bro. We were out on walking around at the fair on Saturday. Couple people, go birds, go birds.
yeah,
Saw a hat. I'm gonna hit you. I made this old lady smile so big. Riley said I probably made her weak.
that's good.
She had the Super Bowl hat in white. I was like, I love your hat. And she was like, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Go birds. I was like, fuck yeah. Go birds.
We had my brother's 30th party this past weekend,
Oh
and it
yeah. How
was
was
my mom
that?
like printed out or not printed out. She already had him like pictures of like him growing all the different years, and there was like one from his like he was probably like 10, I guess, his 10th birthday. So I was like 5, and I was wearing a Donovan McNabb jersey on the Eagles.
Oh my
And I was like, "Why
God.
don't I have an Eagles jersey on? Was I an Eagles fan? What is happening?
What
I
is
gotta
the
send
answer
this
to the
to
question? What'd
Austin."
she say? What did
I don't
she
know, we
say?
were just all wearing jerseys. I was like, "I had an Eagle jersey on. I should post this and say, 'Go Birds, we won the Super Bowl.'" I've been a fan since I
Bro,
was a
you
kid,
should.
guys. You
You
see it
should,
here.
bro. Hop on. This is your year to hop on,
I
buddy.
was like, "What?
Yeah.
I have an
Now,
Eagles jersey on. What the hell is that?"
that's so funny, bro.
Yeah,
I had a Green Bay Packers jersey and a Green Bay Packers helmet growing up for no fucking reason. Yeah, same
yeah.
thing.
I
What
mean,
do you think about the no, good?
you just like the players when you're younger. You're just like, "I like him."
Right,
You
for
don't have a
sure.
team. You're just like, "I
No.
like him." So, give me that
What
jersey,
do you think
mom.
about the Eagles going two-time, two-time Timmy? They seem to want it, bro. People are trying to not leave. People are trying to renegotiate contracts to stay. Yeah, they seem to want a
I mean,
two-timer.
that's how Brady did it. Brady took a pay cut so he can get people around him paid,
My boy Joe
and
Burrow wants to take a pay cut so he can keep T Grizzly on
yeah,
the team or whatever that guy's
all
name
you
is.
need is a good line. If you have a good line, you don't need the
Don't
best
leave.
quarterback in the world. You just need an
Nope.
offensive line
Whoa,
to be good.
whoa, 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 whoa. Watch yourself. You're going down a
You
dirty
just
path
need an
there,
offensive line. That's it.
buddy. He beat
Yes.
I mean, he didn't have to beat all the good teams, but he beat a lot of the good teams. He
Who?
did have an easy
Hurts?
playoff run. Jalen Hurts, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he's got a good
He did.
line, the best line.
Good line. Got the best line.
And if you don't give him a good line, I don't care how good you are at quarterback, you're not gonna look good.
We were
So, like, you
making
need a
Gruden
line.
jokes yesterday when we were all hanging out. He's like, I want you to run a double back wide around the left side. Like Barstool has gotten better since Gruden is involved.
Yeah. They're like, "Honey, no football talk at the table." Me after 1 beer. It's just like, "Let me see you run a go route slant puff bar."
Yeah. Yep.
It's just like,
Get
he's
down in a
hilarious.
3-point stance and let me see how white your knuckles get. Bro, he's got the
Love it.
Migos playing. His son comes in. He's like, Dad, what do you listen to? He's like, Migos, you
I
know?
did. I saw that. He is hilarious. But way better since,
It's awesome, dude.
he stopped coaching, but I never really watched that go I remember that show, like, when he did, like, that quarterback show, he'd watch a film with the quarterback, and then,
Yep,
it's kinda like that again, where he's just back on a
it is.
whiteboard, spitting
But I
game.
think they all like fanboy over him. So that's why it's
Yeah.
kind of funny. Like Gruden's like, he's new guy, but he's like respected really well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he's an NFL legend of, like, going way back, and because
Oh,
he had
yeah.
that show, and, like, he's very, animated and funny, the way he goes about his football
And it's
knowledge.
not like
He's not
he's
like a
like
boring
angry
Bill
all the time.
Belichick.
No, not boring at all, dude.
No.
But shout out to Bill Belichick. Boring got him a hot young girlfriend, so whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that meme I sent you was like, no way a 72-year-old man's girlfriend should be walking with her jacket like that
Oh, yeah.
around her
It was
arms, bro.
Did you
That
send me
is
that? 'Cause I
so
saw that,
true.
yeah. Was that you?
Oh, I figure
I
everybody
was like
saw
I
it, bro.
saw that, I
That
was like,
was so good.
having your girlfriend wear their jacket like this is wild. I
It's
was like, "What do you mean?"
wild, bro. It
And then she
is
walks
wild,
by, and
bro.
it's not even on her
It's
shoulders,
wild.
and he's, like, bundled
Like,
up.
what do they talk about? Like, there's a 50-year age
Literally.
gap or something. Like, what are they
Literally.
talking about?
I can't imagine.
Like, he knows things that she's never seen, like a cassette player. You know what I'm saying?
But, like, also, all he's just invested into sports his entire life. And, like,
Yeah.
what does she contribute to the conversation?
But
And what
low
does he
key, bro, I
contribute to
feel like
her
when
conversations?
he gets fucked up, he's probably reckless because he's probably a shit talker because he's won so much. He's got to have a fucking winner's little ego sometimes. So when he like gets fucked up, I bet you he's wild, just like Brady, bro.
It
Yeah,
is it was, like, on Sunday Conversation that Barstool does, the guy with, like, the long
yeah,
blonde hair. He was, like,
yeah,
talking
yeah,
with
yeah.
Brady.
Caleb,
I forget
yeah,
what it was, but he was, like, making cracks at it of, like,
dude,
"Do you think
it's
Bill
about the
Belichick."
deflate gate. Yep, yep,
Yeah,
dude, that was so good.
but he was, like, talking about Bill Belichick's girlfriend. He's like, I'm not gonna answer that."
Yeah, right. Because
It's like,
yeah,
yeah,
didn't he say something about Tom Brady's wife leaving him and then getting pregnant? He's like, and Bill, like, yeah, Caleb's funny, bro. Caleb's
he
the
is.
blonde guy. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
super
yeah,
funny. Yeah, he's probably the
with
other
the
guy at
mustache.
Barstool that I like. Yeah,
Yeah, he's been there, like, the longest.
yeah,
But I think you need to have,
yeah. Shout out to Dave Portner that fucked us up, bro.
oh, yeah,
Jail school.
be paying off,
R.I.P. I'm holding it forever, bro. I'm holding it forever.
yeah, that
Yeah.
8,000 little shitless coins
Dude, I
worth
saw somebody
nothing.
has 15 million. Somebody has 15 million of them. His 15 million is worth like 400 grand right now.
Jeez.
That's it.
What do you buy that
Yeah.
for? 100?
I don't know. I
Probably a
don't know.
million.
But he's
I
down.
don't know.
He's down bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Everyone's
yeah.
down bad.
Yeah. I don't even look
Yeah.
at it anymore. I'm just waiting for you to text me one day, be like, "Dude, it worked."
It's Bob. I thought you were gonna text me, bro. I'm not looking at it either. So
I know. I'm gonna have to keep up on it, make sure I don't miss the pop to 10 cents. Be like, "Holy
right.
shit,
Dude,
we're halfway back."
I have so many fucked up stories of my friends that like are crypto bros telling other friends to buy crypto and then them losing them money. It's ridiculous. Versus then
Mm,
looking at what we do with just come day trade regular markets for an hour and a half every day. You can make real money. And then it's like, or just put 20 grand into this shit coin and hope it quadruples by March because it has to by March or whatever they fucking say. It always
yeah.
has to happen by a certain time for these crypto guys.
It's tough
Okay.
to definitely navigate that.
Yeah, definitely. But we don't need to go down the rabbit hole. It's been a
Nope.
good hour. Good
Yep.
podcast. See you on the webinar, everybody. Ev, any final words? March 8th,
Nope.
9 a.m. Be there.
Yep.
Sign up.
Excited to go over that. There'll be some different things that we didn't speak about in Dallas, in this webinar, and then as well as the event in May. Again, different information than in Texas, different information than the webinar, but obviously the most essential things will be overlapped because why would I not say it again? It's important. So
You said it
no
in a
matter what
different
we're
way.
given, you're gonna hear me say things multiple times, so it must be important then because he keeps on saying it. Maybe I should listen. But yeah, I
Makes sense.
appreciate you guys always tuning into the streams, to this podcast, and see you guys at the event and the webinar.
You heard the man. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.